The ongoing crisis in the Middle East, particularly the recent escalation of violence between Israel and Hamas, has significant implications for the war in Ukraine. As both conflicts unfold, they are intricately linked through geopolitical dynamics, international alliances, and shifting global priorities. The situation presents challenges and opportunities for both Ukraine and Russia, as they navigate their respective wars while seeking support from a complex international community. The impact of Middle Eastern dynamics on Ukraine. The recent flare-up in the Middle East has diverted attention and resources away from the war in Ukraine, complicating Western support for Kyiv. As the U.S. and its European allies grapple with the humanitarian and security implications of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, there is a growing concern that military and economic assistance for Ukraine may diminish. This shift could embolden Russia, allowing it to exploit the distraction caused by the Middle East crisis.
Would you like to earn extra income effortlessly? Thousands are already doing it with a simple method few know about. Discover how in the link in the description. This is your chance to change your financial life.
Ukraine's government has been closely monitoring the situation in Gaza as it seeks to maintain its position on the international stage. Initially, Kyiv condemned Hamas's attacks on Israel, aligning itself with Western narratives. However, as Israel's military response escalated, Ukrainian officials faced a delicate balancing act. They must navigate their support for Israel while also addressing concerns from nations in the global south that view Israel's actions as disproportionate. Russia's position and strategic gains. Russia has seized upon the chaos in the Middle East to bolster its own diplomatic standing. By positioning itself as a supporter of Palestine while condemning Western involvement, Moscow aims to strengthen ties with countries that may feel neglected by U.S. foreign policy. This strategy allows Russia to present itself as a counterbalance to American influence in the region. Moreover, Russia's historical relationships with Middle Eastern states have given it leverage that could be advantageous in its war against Ukraine. Countries like Iran and Syria have been increasingly supportive of Moscow's narrative, framing their opposition to U.S. policies as part of a broader struggle against Western hegemony. This alignment not only provides Russia with additional diplomatic support, but also complicates Ukraine's efforts to court favor among nations sympathetic to Palestine. The global response: a shift in alliances. As tensions rise in the Middle East, countries are re-evaluating their foreign policy positions. For many Arab states, maintaining neutrality has become paramount as they navigate their relationships with both Russia and the West. Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC) members have been particularly cautious, recognizing that their interests may be better served by hedging against U.S. commitments while engaging with Moscow. This geopolitical recalibration has significant implications for Ukraine. As some Middle Eastern countries deepen ties with Russia, they may become less inclined to support Western efforts aimed at isolating Moscow or providing assistance to Kyiv. The potential for a realignment of alliances could diminish Ukraine's ability to secure necessary resources and military aid. The risk of competing interests. The ongoing conflict in Gaza poses risks for Ukraine beyond just diminished support from allies. As Western nations grapple with public sentiment regarding Israel's actions, there is a growing fear that pro-Palestinian demonstrations could lead to divisions within Europe over support for Israel. Such divisions could weaken unified efforts to aid Ukraine, creating an environment where competing interests overshadow Kyiv's urgent needs. Additionally, Ukraine must contend with its own domestic challenges as it seeks to maintain international focus on its conflict with Russia. The longer the violence continues in Gaza without resolution, the more difficult it will be for Ukrainian leaders to secure sustained attention and resources from their allies.
Want to boost your income effortlessly? There's a simple, little-known way to do it. Curious? Check the link in the description and see for yourself.
Navigating a tumultuous landscape. The intersection of the Middle East crisis and the war in Ukraine underscores the complexities of modern geopolitics. As both conflicts evolve, they shape international relations and influence global power dynamics in profound ways. For Ukraine, navigating this tumultuous landscape requires careful diplomacy and strategic engagement with a diverse array of countries. Thank you for following this insightful analysis on how the Middle East crisis impacts the war in Ukraine. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to explore international relations and their far-reaching consequences. Don't forget to subscribe for more engaging content. You won't want to miss what unfolds next. Your engagement helps us provide timely information on events that shape our world today.